Well, now, George Orwell is nothing by comparison. European politicians are furious over claims that the United States spied on EU offices in Washington and New York, describing them, if true, as abhorrent, intolerable and treating us like the enemy. They've demanded urgent answers from the Americans. The report in the German magazine Der Spiegel quoted secret documents leaked by former intelligence official Edward Snowden, describing the EU as a target. Here's Jane Dodge.
They're meant to be our friends and allies. Now, once again, we're told the Americans have been spying on us. The target this time, the EU. So is this the end of a beautiful friendship? One German MEP has compared the US to the Stasi, the dreaded East German secret police. Politicians across Europe are furious, threatening to call off trade talks if the allegations are true.
It's not possible to negotiate if there is no confidence on both sides. So I hope that President Obama and the administration in the United States, they will re-establish immediately this confidence that we need.
It is absolutely unacceptable. And if it's the case, we must suspend immediately any negotiations of the transatlantic agreement with the United States.
That deal was announced with some fanfare by David Cameron and Barack Obama at the G8 summit just 2 weeks ago. That may explain why the British government refused to comment on today's spying allegations.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded.
Edward Snowden may have gone to ground since he gave this interview, but he's the source of these new allegations. The former CIA analyst has leaked what he claims is a secret intelligence document to the German magazine Der Spiegel. It claims America's intelligence agency, the NSA, planted bugs in the EU offices in New York and Washington, hacked into the EU's internal computer system and its phone network in Brussels.
I think it would be very difficult for an entity like the EU, without a security agency of its own, to get the kinds of answers it wants from the NSA. But it's vitally important that it tries, because we have a EU-US relationship based on security. Getting that balance right between security and transparency, it's vital we try and get those answers.
No explanation from the White House today, but little sympathy for Europe from the former boss of the NSA.
Any European who wants to go out and rend their garments with regard to international espionage should look first and find out what their own governments are doing.
But it seems the show goes on, in this case with help from the Croatian president. His country becomes the 28th state to join the EU at midnight. But just as it welcomes its newest member, the European Union has discovered its oldest ally isn't quite the friend it thought it was.